Let's start off with the topic of the day. It kind of stemmed from last episode as we were wrapping up, as the Bakugo conversation got a little interesting, and it's the question is, does Bakugo deserve hate for everything that he's done in My Hero Academia?
No.
Does he deserve hate?
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
No,
he
he doesn't.
clearly
He
does.
He does not.
Well,
He
let's
really
Yes, he
let's
does.
let Random first explain.
First-
what he's
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about.
we reacted to the tweet. Are we reacted to the tweet, or are we gonna do it after?
Well, that reactions are later. Yeah. a little
Oh,
later.
okay. Go ahead, Randall.
Okay, look. The fact that you just disavowed Ty, you just, mind you, Ty, I don't know if you've ever been on my channel or anything like that to watch my Bakugo video. Now, I will say this about that Bakugo. It has almost 20,000 views, on it. All right. And at that point, all I had seen was the anime. I had not watched, so I just gave my opinion on the character as I saw it at the time. But the one thing that is prevalent in the comments of that video is how many people like were willing to share how they were bullied and how that still affects them to this day. It doesn't matter if their bully saved their life. They still, this is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if their bully saved their life. That bullying still happened. Ty,
Okay,
you can't
but-
just disavow that.
Okay, but wasn't
dudes-
Midoriya chasing Bakugo just
I'm
Oh,
not. Once
following his
again,
bully around?
Bro,
Following his
Randall,
bully around. Won't leave his bully
Liddell,
alone.
I would like
but-
to reclaim my time.
Come on,
I would
bro.
like to reclaim my
Go
time.
ahead,
Man,
Man,
bro.
I'm just a watcher. I'm just watching. You know
Now,
what I'm
I've
saying?
said this, Ty, and I said it to you last week. It's not entirely Bakugo's fault in terms of the problems here. After the 5th ass whooping, if I was Deku, I'm like, you know what? You got it, bro. I'm chilling. So the problem is, my main problem after rereading the manga, after rewatching the anime, after listening to you talk about him, after listening to J-Rob talk about him, it's like you have this character and it's like people around him don't react the way, I get it's an anime, don't react the way that they should. Deku should fucking hate Bakugo. Should absolutely fucking hate him. Ochako should hate him as well. He literally
This
goes
sounds
against
more
what she
possible.
wants to do. Yes, what Ochako wants to do. She wants to be the hero that helps other heroes. The minute she meets Deku, Bakugo is literally being a bully to him. The training fight. What was Bakugo trying to do the whole time? Put Deku in damn near body bag. She should hate him because Bakugo is the antithesis of what Ochako is trying to be as a hero.
No, she wasn't,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm not.
How do I put him in the 2 screen?
Yeah, but this is exactly what I'm saying. This
More
is
of
a
a
big
2v1.
thing. Just cause.
Yeah, bro.
Just
he's saying anything right now.
No. I'm not saying anything. That thing's
Anything
important.
right now, Gabe.
The fact that he was bullied for most of his life, you can't just disavow that. That
We're not
stuff
disavowing
matters.
it, but Midoriya also very much clung to Bakugo in their childhood.
And I
bro.
understand that. That's my
Like,
okay. And
like
once-
all
I
these
will say
people
this
coming
one more
out,
time.
all these people coming out about their bully, but none of these people coming out about their bullies would tell you in high school they would seek out their bully.
And that's why I'm saying
Who seeks out their bully?
Once again, that's
My
why
bad.
I'm
You
saying,
get my
J.
bad.
Rob,
Take your
that
time.
my
Take your
biggest
time.
problem with Bakugo is not even Bakugo. It's Deku. Deku's my biggest problem with it.
So then
That's
why
I'm
is
cracking
Frank
this
that
video?
big?
But I still and also me. There's a critical impasse. I was bullied. I have not hidden that. I was bullied. A lot of people who bullied me when I was younger, when I couldn't speak English, and I was just living in LA, did the exact same things Bakugo did. I'm just not. I don't care. I don't care about that. I'm just not gonna like him. I don't care what he does. And you have to understand there's some. And I get that there are people out there.
You don't believe in growth, though?
I don't care if he grows. He's still okay. I could meet my bully tomorrow. He can save my life. I still remember what he did to me.
You're
That's
so
actually-
you're gonna blame somebody for the rest of their lives or for
Yeah,
what
like
they may
that's-
have done. You have like
that is-
13, 14 years old. You don't think people can grow out of some of their? And I'm not saying like,
Y'all
listen,
are
bro,
acting like y'all
I don't
are
know
acting
what
like the
somebody
stance
did to
I'm
you. So I'm not-
taking.
I'm not going to sit here
Yeah.
and justify anybody's actions of what they did against you, bro. But I'll say I won't say I was really bullied as a kid, but you know, I had really big lips and braces. And I will say if I didn't have sports and being a jock is what really helped me create social status, because I was definitely Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Game Boys at the lunch table. So I mean, I feel you on that regard, but I also look at some of my like them older kids that really like I'm friends with some of them people now, and I don't look at what happened when we was 12, 13, 14 years old. Now, if they would have did something OD, then yeah, but I do think people can grow, and I think Bakugo shows that growth. I don't
I'm
think
not saying
Bakugo's
that.
never, and I think what I respect most about Bakugo is some people are not willing to look in the mirror and say what is wrong with them as a person. Bakugo acknowledged his flaws, what made him not only a likable person, but in some ways made him a bad hero at times in terms of how he socially was, because he's obviously a talent of what he was physically and with his quirk, but he lacked a lot of the social skills and the compassion needed to be a great hero. And Bakugo has shown a level of growth that I think at some point, random, I get you have your traumas, and I'm totally with you there. Fuck them guys, bro. I'm with you. But at the same time, we talking about a fictional character, bro, and he's showing a level of growth
and he reminded me of what I dealt with in the past. This isn't just a me thing, bro. You could in order to get ready for this, because I knew Ty is gonna throw some stuff in my face. I read there are Reddit stories out there of people like breaking up marriages because their parents brought their bullies to their wedding to try and make up. This isn't just a thing. This isn't just something that's unique to me. This is other people. This thing happens all the time. For you guys just to completely disavow that, no matter if that bully grew or not, it doesn't matter. Like some people are not gonna mess with him. And yes, he does deserve hate because of how we met him.
No,
he does deserve hate.
All right, hold a second. So the question is, do they deserve hate? I think I feel like
I'm answering the question that he was asked. Does Bakugo deserve hate? And yes, he does.
I'm about to tell you why he doesn't. So I think when someone deserves something, that means that they have not made up for the action they've done. I think deserved hate would be if Bakugo never changed, right? And then a lot of y'all are saying that it has nothing to do with Bakugo. It's not his fault. So that means if it's not his fault, then he doesn't deserve it.
But he still did the things, Ty.
I didn't say he didn't. But by your own admission, you says a lot of the stuff I hate from him is not even his fault, which means he doesn't deserve it. That's just what that means. A lot of it you said is mostly your issues with people around him, how they react. And even though he changed, you still have a problem. It means it's a personal bias, which is fine. But that to me, if you're allowing a personal bias to dictate your feelings for someone, even if who they are at the current moment does not align with that bias, then by that they don't deserve the hate. They just don't. Now you're allowed to feel that way about them, but deserved, I disagree. If I feel a way about somebody, and then 5 years later they are completely different, but I still feel a certain way about them, do they deserve these feelings I have to them now? No, they don't. But and here's my thing, right? You said that people like Ochako should hate Bakugo. The problem with that is that they don't hate Bakugo because one, he doesn't interact with them enough. They don't see him bullying Deku. When Ochako asks, when they're about to do the training, Ochako asks like, "Hey, what is your relationship with Bakugo?" Deku doesn't tell her. He says, "I just know." He just says, "I just know I need to be Bakugo." So she does not understand the dynamic of their relationship. She just doesn't understand that. So she shouldn't hate him for it because she doesn't know what happened. He doesn't tell
Obviously
her.
not at the start, but once she sees how he interacts, especially with everyone, Ty, you can't just disavow that.
You have to let me finish. She does not understand the bully. All she sees is a loud character. That's all she sees. To me, that doesn't not justify her hating him. Hating him? No. So them during the little training session, did you say that Bakugo tried to kill Deku?
I did not say he was trying to kill him. But let's not sit here and pretend like he was trying to put him in a. Let's not pretend like he was trying to give him a pillow either.
No, I was saying, but their training is them fighting. So they were trying to fight. They're fighting each other. So
okay, then why was everybody else saying that?
Hold on.
So we're not gonna sit here and pretend like everybody else was freaking out at
that. Stop, random. Let me tell you. They're in a training session. Their problem was not that he fought Deku. The problem was that the way he went about fighting Deku is that he was more focused on beating Deku than the mission. Now, if he had focused on the mission, and that was the issue. It wasn't that he beat Deku's ass. That wasn't the problem. Him beating Deku's ass actually was not relevant. It's how he went about the mission. Is that he focused more on beating Deku's ass than the mission. That was the only issue. They didn't say Deku. They didn't say Bakugo. Why would you hurt Deku? That wasn't the point. The point was he was too focused on that specific rivalry than the mission. That was the issue. Because we see All Might beat Bakugo and Deku's ass. So beating niggas' ass ain't the problem. But bro, All Might made Bakugo throw up.
Well, random real. Ty, real quick. I think to your point, Ty. To your point.
No, hold on. I'm sorry.
With leg weights on, with the Rock Lee's on.
He literally made he damn near broke Deku's spine This is all Mike. He punched Bakugo to make him throw up. So him beating on Deku is not the matter of fact. When he was beating on Uraraka, and everyone was going at him crazy, Mr. Aizawa, their teacher, said, "Do not disrespect Bakugo. He's showing Uraraka respect, and the way that y'all are treating Bakugo is not acceptable because he's taking this seriously and he respects his opponents. So the way he's acting, a lot of times, is respected by other people. It's not just, well, Bakugo's loud, he's doing this, so we should all hate him. That's just not the case. This character is so nuanced that there are some actions that are respected. There are some actions that they talk to him about that he needs to focus on. That's him as a character. That's why he works. We can't just say hate all his actions. Like, no, some actions he does that other characters like Aizawa, who's a respected character, praise. And then other people,
that.
And then other characters recognize that.
Okay, I get that. And I understand that. But y'all are sitting here acting like people, like the hundreds and hundreds of people in those comments do not have a point. It's not the fact, obviously, Bakugo has to grow. He has to grow because if he stays the same character, he will not have the impact that he has in the story. But y'all are sitting there telling me when I see somebody who's doing the same thing, and I don't care if he grows. Mind you, the same way that I act right now. If my bully from middle school saw me today, he pushed me out of the way of a car, I would say thank you. I would say I appreciate it, but we're not even gonna be friends. We're not even gonna be acquaintances because I remember what he did to me. Ty, this is what I'm saying. I know you can say it's my personal bias. The man attacked my culture, attacked me, attacked my family. He beat me up too. All that stuff matters. All that stuff matters. We watch Bakugo literally attack.
But Bakugo didn't.
Bakugo legitimately did that. He beat Deku up. He attacked Deku's dream. He attacked Deku's dream. He told Deku to go kill himself. What are we acting like? All that stuff happened. All that stuff happened. Did it not happen, Ty? Ty, did that not happen?
It did, but you're not. But I think you understand my point. I'm not saying that you can't hate him. I'm not saying that people can hate him. The question is it deserved hate?
It absolutely is deserved. Not everybody's going to forgive that, Ty. Not everybody's going to forgive that.
The question is not, do you have the right to hate Bakugo? That's not the question. You have the right to do so. The question is it deserved? That's the we need to focus on. Is it deserved? Now, the story's saying it's not deserved. That's what the story's saying. So we know from Horikoshi's perspective, the way he's writing the story, that hating Bakugo is not deserved because of the characters he's had, the changes he's gone through, and his relationship with Deku. So Horikoshi himself, as the author, saying Bakugo hate is not deserved because of who he is. That's number one. Point number two, again, if someone does something in the past, and I think that we're conflating what Bakugo did to Deku with other people's bullying experiences when those things might not even be analogous. That's another issue. Like, right? Like, for example, if I say, well, my bully, like, let's say, got me fired from my job or something, that's a big deal, right? I can't then say because that person did something that big that him beating up Deku is equivalent, so I now hate him too. That to me is where I don't think these things are really comparable. Like the experience you just said, I don't think that's comparable to what Bakugo did to Deku. And another question for you, if you don't mind sharing, what was the duration of the bullying that you experienced? Like, what
most of my middle school time, I started playing football as a freshman in high school, and once, like J-Rob, once I started playing football, I was different.
Easier. Yeah, life gets easier.
It gets a lot easier. And also, the one bully
football made life easier, bro.
The one bully that I had in high school, I kicked his ass. I literally kicked his ass in woodshop class.
From the weight room.
I kicked his ass in woodshop class, and then J-Rob, I fucked this girl. So who cares? I was a menace at that point.
All right, so let me ask you this question. So I guess my thing is this: you said that even your bully saves your life, that you want to be. No, I don't think no one's asking that. That's not being friends with someone. That's not hating them. So do you think? It's a serious question. Let's say your bully he's a new person and they save your life. Would you still hate them?
I would never trust them.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you,
if you want to talk about me personally, absolutely, because I remember what he did.
So
me personally, I would.
Life would not outweigh what he did to you. Like, it would not outweigh the hatred that you have for.
I don't think unless you guys want me to seriously like get a little emotional talking about this, I cannot describe to you exactly what he did to me. Obviously, it's not like anything crazy in terms of like anything absolutely crazy. But Ty, when I tell you attacked everything, especially at that point that I was as a person, I will never not hate that dude. I don't care who he is.
I got a better question for you. Do you think that new version, this hypothetical bully, do you think the hate for him would be deserved? Because you could say, I just want to hate him because I want to, but do you think that he would deserve your hatred?
For me, yes, because I can't just whatever that new part is, the old part's still there. I'm just not gonna forget about the old part. I don't care who he is now. I don't care who he is now at all.
Wait, hold up. So
Well,
you don't
Random and
care?
Ty, I feel like you got. I feel like the disconnect between you guys is because Ty, I think like you're more of a forgiving person than what
I'm
Random
not.
is.
And I'm not.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine. But
So you feel like there are certain acts that like once you go to a certain point you can forgive. Random's not like that.
I'm not like that at all.
So I feel like it's just two different perspectives.
I know, no, I understand that, but I'm asking, even if you're not a forgiving person, why an act? Because here's my thing, right? An act as big as risking your life to save someone. That's a big, like, you just say, I don't care about who they are now, but who they are now theoretically saved your life, though. Why wouldn't you care about that?
Like I said, I would thank him for saving my life, but oh my gosh, because I'm trying very hard. I'm trying very hard not to.
I know, I feel you. That's why it's a topic. What I'm saying is, you said I wouldn't care about who they were now. What I'm saying is, wouldn't you have to care if that who they were now is the reason you're still alive?
I would care as much as I need to, but I would never like him. I would always hate him.
I didn't. It's not about liking him. It's about you just not hating him.
I would always hate him, Ty. That's
all right.
Wait, let me go.
Yeah, we are talking a little bit in circles.
Yeah, that's why I'm at that point.
Let me go because I see both perspectives and I am in the middle. So like Random, I'll say this. In the beginning of the story, for me, I did hate Bakugo in the beginning, and like because I was also someone that got bullied and stuff like that. So I connected with like, oh, he's an asshole, but Bakugo did grow, like in the story now, like the point where he like grew and he self-reflected, which I did appreciate, like because most people like when they're like that, they don't self-reflect. He self-reflected and he tried to make amends. Now, I believe in some cases you can forgive but don't forget, and I feel like that's a big part of my hero, because even now in the latest chapters, we all know how horrible All For One is, but his brother, who had One For All, is still saying like, yo, there were redeeming qualities about him. He still clung on to me at birth. Like he's not 100% evil. And I feel like themes with Endeavor and Shigaraki and even like all these characters that like have negative things about it, including Bakugo, they show every time again in My Hero that no one is all bad and everyone has some type of redeeming qualities about them. Even Overhaul, how awful he was doing things for like the betterment of his group, and like they reflected, like they try to make you like see his point of view. So yeah, Bakugo in the beginning, yeah, he's awful, and I think you're meant to hate him in the beginning, but I feel like you're meant to like see him grow and become a person that you appreciate. You don't have to like him, but I feel like he is a character that
I can agree with that. Mind you, that's why when I said that, was it 2-3 weeks ago when you guys did your thing, I am not, obviously it's a lot easier to talk about this with a fictional character. I am also, one thing about me, I am very big on first impressions. Very big. And it's something that I just, no whether it's watching a movie or anything like that, that's why I say it's just a fatal disconnect for me. It reminds me of one of maybe, if not the worst, like time period of my life, and I can't just I've tried, Ty, I'm not even joking, I've tried to be like, look bro, I just can't. And then making that video, which realistically at the time was just kind of like me venting and being a parent, and then watching these people who I'll never meet in my life, and they're talking about their personal experiences, how bad it was and why they can't get over it either. And so I just can't sit there and say I get that he's changing all that, but that's what some people are just going to cling to because that's what reminds them. And people try to like, when you become a fan of something like this, you put yourself in there, or you put your own personal feelings in there. But I'm just saying this is just a fatal disconnect. And I'm sorry, J-Rob, and I'm sorry, Ty. I wish I could, but I can't.
You don't gotta apologize to me.
Hold on, but that question, but that's why I'm asking: is it deserved? Again, I understand why I don't hate him.
No, Ty.
I want to say this real quick. And this is why I'm saying, is it deserved? You just said it's a fatal disconnect. That's just how people are going to feel. Is it deserved? Because of those facts, is it deserved?
I'm always going to say yes. I'm always going to say yes.
But you're saying that you're going to hate him regardless of anything that happens. Does characters deserve that?
I'm always gonna say
it doesn't
yes.
matter. It doesn't matter if we follow Bakugo Shippuden and he's raising a nice family. He has a loving wife and daughter. He's taking care. He's best friends with Deku.
Bakugo
You're gonna
Shippuden would be crazy.
no. I'm saying you would still hate him regardless. Is that fair? Is it deserved?
It's not fair. I'll say this. It's
So
definitely
that's
not
not
fair.
so it's not deserved.
It's definitely
then.
not fair.
So that's my
But
point. That's my
in
point. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that what you just said means it's not deserved. Then
Yeah,
we'll just
I'm
have to agree
gonna
to disagree.
I'm gonna
We'll have
add.
to go
I'm
around.
gonna
it's not fair but deserved.
no.
We'll
I
just
mean,
have to agree.
random.
That
You
don't make
did,
sense. That makes no sense.
random. You did kind of agree to his point. I will say this, right? So for me, Bakugo, I'm not really a big Bakugo guy. Objectively, I see his
Didn't take her up on
character. I
this
think he's
island,
a
man.
good written character for what My Hero Academia.
Listen, I just know when random is stubborn about something, I don't even. There's no point. He's
Nah,
gonna
it's
say his guns.
hey man, hold
sometimes
10
you gotta
toes.
know your battles, man.
Hold 10
Yeah.
toes.
Only
But-
thing I will comment on is
Well,
random.
hold on.
I
Let me
think-
let me
Oh, but
wrap up.
my bad.
So my thing is when it comes to Bakugo, I was never a big Bakugo guy. I thought for the most part, a lot of his popularity is people simping over an angry guy, which is a fact, honestly. And his character development is great and everything. But
quiet guy with no lines.
I mean,
Or screen.
at least it wasn't a bully.
Or screen
So-
time. Or screen time.
So when it comes down to Bakugo and what everything he's
Oh my
done,
god.
I'm a big advocate, even regardless of his bullying. I'm a big advocate for the power of forgiveness, and I think if someone is shown the ability to grow and become better, because especially since you're young, because when you're young, your experience is very limited, your perspective is very limited. Who you are and what you don't even know the full scope of the things that you're doing. And it's not until
Facts.
Bakugo learns more about the world, learns what it means to be a hero, he learns about Deku's feelings, that he finally grows from beyond what he was. Even Bakugo now probably looks at Bakugo back then and say that dude is a scumbag. So I think anytime someone grows beyond something after they get the proper nuance and understanding of who they've been, that forgiveness should be automatic, because that holding on to the hatred doesn't serve any positive or beneficial purpose. So I probably would fall into the fact that he doesn't deserve hate now, but obviously Bully Bakugo is a scumbag. And people only like him because they were simps.
And Ty, so
That's not the
I don't-
reason.
Stop saying
That's
that.
not the reason.
Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Yeah,
Ty,
not
so
push that narrative.
All right, so I'll share some because I know what randoms like referring to, like that's more sensitive to him. But I'll share like a small like bullying story. It actually doesn't have to do with someone like my age. So like so in kindergarten, like I had a cousin who was a year older than me that had the same teacher I had, and they had a lot of problems with that teacher, and my cousin's mom almost got them fired. So that year when I was in her kindergarten class, she made a point to single me out. So like almost every day during that time, like I had to like while every kid was napping, I had to stand in front of her like standing up while all the lights off and she was snoring. She would tell my mom every day, like there were times where I was just completely silent. She would tell my mom I was like the worst kid in class. I was fighting with kids. I was a year younger than everybody, skinny. So I'm not fighting nobody, but she's like telling like, oh, I'm awful. I don't listen. I don't do this, that. Yeah. So I was getting. She was responsible for my worst.
Remember, he said he never gonna forgive his kindergarten.
Yeah, no, she was responsible for my worst ass whoopings in my life. I remember one time I made a point to like not even say a word in class. Like I didn't say a word, and then she told my mom that I was talking nonstop and that she might need to go to the principal. All types, yeah. And then my mom, I'll never forget this day. My mom told me, "Do you want the belt?"
I'm not a good person.
Yeah, she's like, "Do you want the belt or the shoe?" I never got beat with the shoe. My mom was wearing high heels that day. One of the worst days of my life. Yeah, so it's like, but reflecting back as an older adult, it's just like, yo, her problem wasn't with me. No, it's funny. It's funny now. It's funny looking at it now. Well, it's like, all the
kindergarten teachers wild.
No, she was like legit tormenting me. She legit tormented me all year. Like that was the lady that didn't give me the muffin. She gave everyone a muffin but me.
Bro, stop, bro. Can we stop?
I guess the only thing.
So it's like when you say like forgive and forget, like I can reflect back and be like, yo, it really wasn't about me. It was about like she's trying to get her get back. but at the same time, I'm not gonna forget what she did. So like, if she saved my
Well, if
life,
she doesn't grow from that, then not yet.
she can be dead by now for all I know. But like, if she like were to save my life, I'd be like, yeah, I'll thank you for the act. I can appreciate the act, but I'm not gonna forget the past. I'm not gonna forget.
I think y'all
Sure.
no one's asking people to forget anything. No one's
Yeah,
saying
so that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm with Riddell. Like, I hated in the beginning, but then I saw the growth, and then no, I didn't get my get back. I was in kindergarten. What was I supposed to do?
I guess my thing is this, bro. Have any of us
that got me weak.
have any of us ever hurt somebody before?
Me?
Have any of
Yeah,
us
all the time. I'm evil.
random?
Listen, bro, I never forget in high school.
Football count?
In high school,
No, that's a lie. That's
listen,
a lie.
listen. In high school, we played against a team that had a girl on it, and they threw her a pass, and I popped the shit out of her, bro. And I didn't have no remorse about it.
I was saying,
Yo, she's playing football. It is what it is.
Hold on a second, Random. Have you ever heard anybody?
well.
I guess you could say
I
hurt
Roman
my bully
Reigns
back.
speared her ass.
No,
bro.
I'll say this. I hurt my bully back when I.
Somebody else. Have you ever hurt anyone else?
No, I was gonna say I hurt my bully back when I slept with this girl. That's the girl. The girl. That's who I hurt.
You hurt the girl.
I hurt the girl.
Do you think that did she like? Do you deserve?
So she deserved to be a casualty to your pain?
No, right. Hold on a second. Not only that, but do you think that
I was wrong. But if she hates me for life, I'd understand.
Hate you for?
I'd understand. I'm just this just it's just who I am. I don't know what to tell y'all.
So you feel like anyone you've hurt deserves to hate you forever? Anyone you've hurt
depends on what I did. Depends on what I did though. If I was like if I cut you in line and you hate me for life, that's all you. But like if I legitimately attacked everything that you are as a person, whether it's your family, your dreams, your passions, whatever, and then also I kicked your ass too. Yeah, if you didn't like me, I got you. If you hated me, I would
Someone
understand.
got nailed to the cross and he forgave the entire human race. So
he better than me.
He better than me. I ain't him.
Something I really hate, man. We be comparing Bakugo to like monsters, like One for All. I'm like, bro, he did not do stuff that, like, bro, like we.
I'm not. First of all,
I didn't say. I'm just saying.
I'm about to say,
don't
throw me one of those, bro.
We talking about like these mass murderers. You forget, like, bro, he didn't do nothing that goddamn bad, bro. Like, I get it. Bullying is wrong.
Bullying is wrong.
Bullying is wrong,
but comparing this to the mass murderers is crazy.
No,
That's
but
weird.
if you hate Bakugo now because of the bullying, I don't feel like that's justified.
And so my thing, right? You're allowed, and based off of Random saying it's not fair.
My dog is not rocking with Bakugo by no means.
You can't say it's not fair, but also you can't say that it's not
by any means. He's not rocking with him.
You can't say that Bakugo is not fair, but also deserved. If you say that it's not fair, if you say that Bakugo is not fair right now, you have to also say it's not deserved. That means the same thing. You can't say it's not fair, but it's still deserved. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Brandon, my final question for you, and then we can move on to the next topic. If Bakugo dies saving Deku's life, actually, if Bakugo dies saving everybody's life,
that won't be enough.
That would be
it's not enough.
It's not enough.
Would you be like, okay, everything's water under the bridge?
Like, bro,
why would I say that? Wow. Okay. So what? So I'm supposed to write him the Lily White obituary and forget the fact that he was out here beating up kids?
You don't gotta forget.
No,
like I said, it's forgive and not forget. Like, the water's under the bridge, but I'm not gonna forget that the water's there.
Bro,
that's fine. You don't have to forget.
This is actually insane. The fact that even though this dude, he saved my life, I wouldn't be here.
Saved my life, bro.
I wouldn't be here with this is what I think about, right? And this is from my perspective. If I got bullied, for that bully saved my life, it wouldn't just be them saving my life. It would also be them saving the hurt that my family would endure. Like, think about that for a second. He saved your life. You can still be with your family. Like, that's like the fact that we're kind of I won't forget because you say like, like, bro, no, like you wouldn't like your mother, your father, your siblings, your friends, and family, your girl, like whatever. They would all be missing you. You would be like that would be the amount of pain that he would have saved the people close to you is so great. And not only you still get to live life, but that's not enough. That to me is kind of it's not.
Yeah, I appreciate that you're a good person.
But
it's not
because I just had a thought. I just had a thought. I just had a thought. If that teacher like saved me from getting hit by traffic, me personally, I'd probably thank her and then push her back into traffic. That's just me.
But you have a fiance, right?
Well, yeah.
Like, bro, think about that for a second.
I
Like,
don't think you would, Lonnie. I think you're
like,
capping.
I think we're over.
He's like,
I
that's
think
what
we're
I'm muffin.
I
Into
think
trafficking
Find
is
her, find
insane.
out.
I just
Find
think
her,
we're
find-
underselling the act of saving someone's life. What that would mean for
No,
you
I
and your family.
appreciate that. Like,
Y'all still hate that.
I'm not a nice person. I'm not a nice person.
Okay,
But I understand the sentiment, Ty.
as long as we agree it's not deserved, and this hatred.
No, I agree it's not deserved.
Okay,
But I'm just
that's
saying,
fine.
if my bully, if that teacher saved my life, I'd be
Deku
like,
better
oh,
than
thank you
me.
so much.
I say it every time. Deku better than me. Deku better than me.
Deku's
I-
better
I'm
than
a-
most people. I'll give him
Yeah,
that.
but
No,
I'm
good-
sorry.
but-
I'm sorry.
But
Like,
kind of moving on.
legitimately, I don't know how else to show you how bad it was for me at that time. You know, mind you, should I probably like, hey, mom, I'm dealing with this? No, I didn't go to the right people to get for help. So I tried to deal with it myself, which is crazy for like a 9-10-year-old to try to figure it out. But it was just what I did. It was how I.
But Ty, you know what would have helped random in this situation though, Ty? We talked about it last week. Like when, because random said like, if the students saw Bakugo bully Deku and then they checked him and then like he got to self-reflect, then like if he got checked by somebody, I feel like that would have helped random with this whole thing. Because I feel like
Random is
Yeah, I don't
Hell
know if he
no,
would.
hell no, hell no.
Hold on a second.
Hell
If
no.
him risking his life didn't sway him, I don't think
Yeah, you bugging
Ida
out. Hell
saying anything's
no.
gonna,
Yeah,
like,
ain't shit.
bro.
Yeah,
That's
what?
not shit.
Hell
Let
no.
me say, look, bro.
Ain't nothing fixing Luther, man.
Bro.
Damn, don't put my whole government name out there, bro.
I think also another aspect of it not being deserved is that
Damn.
My bad.
I'm gonna say one
I
final
had to
point.
put the oomph behind it, man.
I'm gonna say
Damn.
one final point. We can move on. Another aspect of why Bakugo is not deserved is because a lot of y'all hate for him is based off of not even what he does. Y'all base your hatred for him off of what other people have done to y'all, which is fine. But I don't think. Why should I get hate for something someone else did? That to me is another aspect why it's not deserved.
Right.
If you're basing a lot of your hatred for me off of something some other person I've never even met before did,
I feel like that's what
fair.
we do with anime and stories. Like we're supposed to
Hold on a second.
connect.
I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying that's just an aspect why it's not deserved. You can do it if you want to. That's just another reason why it's not deserved. You can't hate me for something someone else did. I mean, you can, just not fair.
Fair
Hey,
enough.
man.
Hey, man.
Hey, that was a good segment. You know, good Bakugo talk. You know.